I drive in the tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and now Petit Martinique.
You're driving.
I'm driving.
Compliments Coco Boy.
Compliments Coco Boy.
Coco Boy just give you a van just so.
Whenever you come to Petit Martinique, yeah.
Make sure you link up Coco Boy. We'll give you the number at the end of the video, during the video.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Coco Boy is man to have.
Of course, we are with the mayor, right?
We are with the president.
Oh, the president.
Yeah, we have upgraded him now.
Yes.
He's been holding the mayor position for years, so now he's the president.
Good day, President.
Petit Martinique.
Good morning, everybody.
We're here, right?
Right.
So happy to have you again. It's always a pleasure, and as I keep saying, I can't remember anytime we come into Petit Martinique and we ask for your service and you say no. And the thing about it, basically, we doesn't pay him. I think anybody does pay him.
I know.
You just call.
He never
ever say no. You just call and say, no, Mayor, President, I am coming to Petit Martinique and I need your service. I want to know something about the island. Can you take me from point A to point B? And he's like, what time? That's all he says, what time. Thank you very much, Mr. Logan.
You're welcome.
For agreeing again.
Anytime.
Some people say anytime, but they don't mean anytime. But your anytime means anytime. And we're so happy to have. So it's a drive-through. We're driving from Madame Pierre to Candace.
Madame Pierre to Candace.
Right. So the first part of it, because we cannot get signal in this area, we'll do a video, and when we get to Candace, so we can get signal, then we do a live.
Right.
So people stay tuned for that live, right?
Of course.
All right. And we're living. So Mr. Logan, the floor is yours. So tell us about this area, and as we drive, you show us different houses, whatever, shops, and anything.
So we are in the village of Madame Pierre. The name Madame Pierre, we understand, came from the first owners of the island. The Philip family came from French Martinique, came to Petite Martinique and occupied the island. One of the sons of the first owner was Pierre Philip, and his wife, well, let's just say Madame Pierre, the wife of Pierre Philip. And that's how I think Madame Pierre got its name. Yes. Okay. And what happened, the fear set of people, because it was mulatto married with, it was a French, French white mulatto married to a slave. In fact, he came with some slave. So it was the owner, his mulatto wife, and the slave who came to Petit Martinique. But the fair set of people came and lived on this side of the island, while the slaves lived on the southern side of the island.
So Petit Martinique separated? Yeah,
well, we had a little separation. But before we continue, we are approaching the shop of Mr. Hudson Joseph. Yes, a little bar, and yes, famous in this area.
That's Mr. Hudson there.
Mr. Hudson right here.
Mr. Hudson!
Man, come and tell us, man, and bring a little pity quad, let wet the ground. Mr. Hudson. Not difficult, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Can do it, Lindy, Lindy Romo.
How things?
Really?
We're doing a little drive-through, so
as
usual.
We're coming in by you.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Right.
If you do that, you're
exactly.
Right, so Mr. Hudson, you always like to talk about this rum with Mr. Hudson. Why?
Man, he's our original man.
How much years he worked to Green Lake? Mr. Plenty.
Well, since electricity came to Petit Martinique, 1982. 1982.
You remember those days, dark days?
Yeah. Days of lamp and candle and home sweet home lamps and lamp shade and gas lamp that you had to pump and so on.
Lord.
Yeah, remember those days, man.
Those days you want to go back?
Well, in some sense, in terms of the way people used to live, but not in the dark.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Right, so you've been telling us about Madam.
Right, so we Still in Madam Pierre.
Yes.
So the fair set of people, the mulattoes, as we used to call them, lived here. And when the Scottish came after emancipation, they occupied this area as well. While the darker skin lived more to the south. So in the early days, there was a little tension between the northern side of Petit and the southern side because of the lighter color, darker color, and there's a few intermarriage then. Now it's a different story.
So
No,
in
yeah,
those
different
days,
story, yeah.
in those days, this can go in Madame Pierre.
yeah. It's still a little tension, you know. Yes. I wouldn't go as much as say too much of racism, but
Right.
just a little tension
Yes.
because of coloration, you know. Yeah, but
And it started from long before.
long
eh?
before that.
We
yeah,
born
yeah,
and
yeah,
moved
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
Yes,
it started
yes.
from since the plantation days.
Right. So
Yes.
that's what
Mm-hmm.
used to happen then. But no, we have a lot of intermarriage and so on.
I see Marcel.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Marcel. That's whose shop?
Teacher Lawrence.
Oh, Teacher Laura's shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Who used to live in this old house here, you know?
A lady by the name of Vayo. She was she married to a Greg from Bakery. She was a Roberts.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Roberts.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Roberts live on this side of the island.
Yeah. So right up there, you see in this house, that's where you know Paddy, Franklin Paddy
Yes,
Roberts. That's
yes.
his father's house.
Okay.
Yes, this house right
Right
there.
here?
Yeah, right there. Right.
It's a Scottish design.
Yes,
you know?
Scottish,
It is a
yes.
Scottish design.
Yeah. So totally the
Lovely.
Scottish
Yes.
came on this side here. So you
Right.
find a lot of Scottish design houses.
And, and you know who live to the top? Like these houses to the top? I'm seeing a sort of whitish.
The white.
The white-
It look like
the one with
ruins,
the-
it look like
and-
a fort.
Which
Right,
one?
I'm seeing some-
The what?
Yes, the
Those-
one
those-
close to what he's
With the
saying.
coconut tree standing all alone.
Oh, that tall one there.
Uh-huh.
The Olivers.
Okay.
Yes, the Olivers up there. Yeah, the Oliver family.
Zoom in on the Olivier. Alright.
Yeah,
So
right.
this is what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That look like a old
yes,
fort,
yeah, the Olivers.
Alright.
I love that color though.
Lovely.
Alright, so we go in. And we're still in Madame
We're
Pierre.
still in Madame Pierre. So, in the early days, what you will find even in the school, the teachers usually the lighter skinned people working in the bank.
So
or
you
the
still
lighter
couldn't get a
skin.
job?
Those days, going back then, you know?
And we're around the Atlantic side basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've seen Petit St.
Petit Saint
Vincent
Vincent,
and Union Island and all these places. And we're by the famous Darren Bay.
Yeah, Darren Bay.
Cave.
Yeah.
What you know about this cave? This area?
Well, Darren Roberts, that's why his boat used to be around here.
Okay.
And I believe that's why they call it Darren Bay, because that's where he used to pull up his boat and so on.
So someone by the name of Darren used
yeah,
to.
it's
Okay.
a Darren Roberts. Yeah. Right on the other side here, the Roberts family, again, they occupy this area. I think there's a name for it, you know, they used to call that whole area, I can't recall it, you know. But a lot of the Roberts family, so you might know, well, the first,
Nicoyan
husband, right.
Kenny.
Kennedy Roberts and Vincent, and they born here. There's a gentleman by the name of Owen Oliver. His mother was a Roberts too. He was the first principal of the Greater National College, now T. Marisho Community College. There was teacher Hyacinth, who was the first local principal of the school here. He lived right in this area too. As I told you, Paddy and a number of them.
Okay.
The Roberts, the entire Roberts family.
Lovely.
That's the area where they grew up.
Alright.
I look at what Petit St. Vincent.
Yes, I did. I got a pic of it.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's go on. We're touring in Petit Martinique today. It's a pleasure being here. It's a pleasure being here, Mr. Dan.
That's right. So there were two shops, in the early days there were two shops in this area too. A man by the name of Buddy Cleve used to call him, and because Norris. So people from the lower side used to come all this way to do the shopping.
Oh, really?
At Buddy Cleve's shop and the Roberts and Norris Roberts shop.
Okay.
This side, yeah. And this fun whip, we used to call it fun, this tree. Parents used to send their children to get a fun whip to beat you. Way up here.
You know, parents used to, and they had to stop it. They send me for my own whip to beat me. You know how much times I get licks with my own whip?
Not even that. When you go and you break your whip and you come back, you say, no, break a bigger one. You break a little thing and you come back and they beat you with it and send you back to another one.
That's right.
And then, and until they got the right one, so you're getting licks with all the whip you bring.
I know a time I was going to get licks and I break a thin one and I come with it because they want the one that could flex. So I break a thin one that could flex. And when I get the licks and the thing break, they send me back. Mommy send me back, you know.
I tell you, sometimes you go 3-4 times and you get licks with the same 3-4 times.
Right? Nowadays, you're sending children for a glass of water for you and then going.
So we approaching,
and anything that ever went down here?
Can't recall that.
Alright, great, thank God.
Can't recall that. Approaching what we call the Albert Bay. See, they just did a wall because a lot of, from that cliff, a lot of boulders and things to fall in the road. So sometimes you wake up in the morning, the road blocked. Boulders and so on. So we welcome this project. Well needed project, yeah?
I agree. I agree.
And just on the other side is what we call Albert Bay. The story is that there was a gentleman by the name of Albert who drowned in this area. And after that, we called it Bay, Albert Bay. But the older people are saying that there was a lot of land, coast land that washed away. Coastal erosion, because they're claiming that there was a cholera cemetery in the 1850s. There was a cholera outbreak in the 1850s here, and that's where they used to bury the people outside here. But the land.
Because we went in Grenada, we did a tour in Grenada, and they were buried. A lot of them, they said over 5,000 was buried in Center Cemetery.
Right. Okay.
That's why it's so big.
Right.
Okay. So they were buried here.
They was buried here, but the land, because of coastal erosion, took all the lands. Yes, I because this was, if you lower down the playing field, and the playing field was much bigger than that, much bigger. And they tried to reclaim, just to put them, not even reclaim, just put some boulders to stop the erosion.
Right.
Yeah, but it was much bigger. Vessels used to build outside of these walls there.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and you get your stadium.
Yeah.
You have your stadium, right?
Yeah, mini stadium.
It's a big stadium.
Yeah, but the area very still small, too small. When you hit the ball, you might have to put
somebody
sailors in the sea. I mean, feelers might have to fill in boats.
That's interesting. Did that ever happen?
Well, you have to go in the sea for the water and in the sea for the ball many times.
That happened?
Yes, many times.
Interesting.
And you hit a six.
I want to feel in the sea.
Yeah,
like yesterday we coming in and see that dog outside swimming. And I was saying I wish that was me that could swim.
Power station on this side.
Okay, so alright, because of the wall.
But this is the walls of the power station.
Yes. The first one on the island?
Yes, in 1982.
Okay. Wow. Hey. But wait, I was born already when electricity came to Petit.
Yes.
Those are spoon girl. Back down already, man.
Of course.
Yeah. Power station.
Oh, I can't remember.
What we approaching used to be at first the marketing board. During the revolution, this building. So it used to be the marketing board during the days of the revolution.
So Morris brought that
yes, brought that to Martinique.
Sorry.
Yes.
To Petit Martinique.
Yes, and after the revolution, when it collapsed, the Republic Bank used to be here.
Right.
The Republic
This
Bank.
in the blue?
Yes, the Republic Bank used to be here too.
Okay.
No longer here.
And this shop.
Then here used to be Cap Bank. This building.
This one? Oh, really?
Downstairs there. Yes. Now it's a boutique.
Okay.
Because Cap Bank collapsed.
Majestic boutique.
Yeah, Majestic boutique.
Okay.
The other building used to be a disco. The other days you were
here and you say you used to party here, right?
No, never did.
Sunrise disco, I think it was
Sunrise is in
Sunset.
Sunset.
The name is
Sunset, yes, I'm seeing that. Yes. So it's Sunset
Disco.
Because Sunrise is in the Windward.
Yes, Sunset Disco. I think they used to even show movies and things in there.
Okay.
So you used to come to cinema and so on. Right here. Just on the other side is the post office and the Regatta Committee main office.
Right.
Yes, there's a main office for the Regatta Committee. Yeah. Right on the other side here, this was the site of the old church. It was destroyed by a storm in 1944. And then the church is above that.
You can't see the
You can't see it from here. Yes, and then we're approaching the school.
And we're in Sanchez?
In Sanchez. And approaching us is the famous dumper, we call it.
Yeah.
We still call it. And when Howard Blaze visited here in 1987, he rode on a dumper.
Right.
That's the main transport.
Yeah, the main transport. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll try to see if we could get the live done now. So follow us. Make sure to check out the live, right? Thank you very much, Mr. Logan. And that was a tour of Madam Pierre into Sanchez.
Right.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.